What's up, you guys? Welcome to Two Gays Take On. Today is a surprise episode. We are talking about murder. I am Dev, and I am ready to make Jake quake his boots.
I'm Jake, and I have no preparation for this. He literally sprang it on me 5 minutes ago.
True facts. Okay, so we're just gonna dive into it. So last time we hung out and we did podcasting, I said that we should do like a murder sode or something. Well, I found this murder and I literally was so fucking shook because of how insane, grotesque, gay themed, and BDSM themed it was. I was like, whoa.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so ready for this.
So this is the case of...
Okay, background.
Background. So this is the case of Robert Burdella. Have you heard of him?
No.
So Robert Burdella was... he lived in Kansas City in the 80s. And he ran this little boutique. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was like Bogart's Bazaar Trinkets or something. Bob's Bazaar or something.
Yeah.
And it was like an odds and ends store where he would get all these weird, strange items for his store. And when they like captured him, they found that he was selling human bones in his store. Yeah.
Real human bones?
Yep.
Who buys that?
I don't know. But so his first victim was...
You got...
So his first victim was 19-year-old Jerry Howell, who was a young man. He was a runaway. In the 80s, that was pretty common to run away from home. A lot of people didn't think of stranger danger. And he was picked up by Burdella and was going to be driven to a dance meet. And he was never seen again.
A dance meet? Like a high school dance team meet?
And he was going to go and like compete, and he was never ever heard from. So what had happened to him after they found everything out was he was drugged, he was raped, he was repeatedly tortured, he was fed heavy tranquilizers, he was strangled with piano wire, he injected bleach in his eyes to try and make him blind.
Oh my god.
And he said the only things you need to worry about are you, me, and this house.
What?
Yeah.
I'm already quaking.
So fast forward a year, he meets one of his friend's sons and decides to employ him for his construction company. So he starts working for him as construction company, and he invites him over to stay with him, and we all know how this goes.
Yeah.
He's obviously dead. So same thing happened to him. He was repeatedly drugged, raped, tortured, strangled with piano wire, bleach in the eyes. His ears got gawked with like wall gawk, so he couldn't hear.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep. And it was pretty crazy. But no one knew. No one knew what happened to them. They just assumed they were runaways. And then his third victim was actually his roommate, who he claimed he like was not attracted to. And his name was Sheldon. And they lived together for about 6 months. And then he did the same thing to Sheldon. Kept him for 72 hours in his apartment.
And tortured him like that?
Yep. And he only got rid of him because a contractor came over to his house from his company, so he went upstairs and like strangled him. And that was the end of that. So flash forward, how he got caught was this guy, and his name was Chris Bryson, and he was like the one that got away. And this is insane. So I'm gonna go into this because this is like a full survivor story. So Chris Bryson was a commonly known like prostitute in the area. He was a runaway from home as a kid. He didn't really have a lot of options. He worked the corner.
Sad.
Yeah, and it's really, really sad. And Burdella pulled over and offered to pick him up one time, and he was like, I don't know, I'm not really looking tonight. So he's like, well, do you want some drugs? Like, you can hop in and I'll smoke you up. So he did. He decided to get in the car, and Burdella took him to his house, drugged him, heavy tranquilizer, and then he woke up and he was tied to his bed with piano wires. So it was like cutting his wrist and he couldn't move. He was gagged and his eyes were injected with Drano and bleach and his ears gawked. And like he was tortured for I think a week total.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, it's insane. So he's trying to escape. He's trying to think of how to get out of there, and he just decides to comply with whatever this sick fuck wants. Like he's like, I don't care. Like I'm just gonna do it. Like he's letting him do all these horrible things to him, and like it works. So he convinces Burdella to untie his hands so he's not bleeding. So he reties them with rope in front of him. So when Burdella leaves for work, he waits until he hears the door downstairs. He feels the ropes. He can't move them. So he sees that there's like a candle next to the bed. So he burns the ropes off. But
Oh my god.
he is butt ass naked. Like can't see much, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's disoriented. He's been there for like a week. And he feels around the room and he notices that he's in an attic. And he opens the window and just jumps.
Out of a house?
Yeah, out of an attic, 3 stories up.
Did he break his legs?
Yep. He broke one of his legs and his femur, and then he ran to the neighbor's house and like just got help. And they called 911 immediately. So then Burdella immediately is fucked. Like he's going to prison.
Yeah.
And then after they catch him, he confesses to everything that he did to the other 3. But on top of that, he said he's killed a total of 20 people. And he has photographs.
What?
He has photographs of them. He has a journal where he like writes his torture method. And if it's successful...
Can you read those journal entries anywhere?
I don't have them. I could not find them. Like, I've looked into this extensively and I can't find anything.
Oh.
But it's like markings, they say, like, BL is like bleach, where he like injects bleach in the eyes because he's trying to make them blind.
Why?
And he said that his goal was, it was based off this 80s movie where this woman was captured by this man and he was going to turn her into the perfect sex slave. So that was his goal, like, to try and blind them, mute them, so that they were literally just a body there to fuck. Like, really sick stuff.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I cannot begin to comprehend how that happens to your brain.
No, it's absolutely insane. But the good news is that he got the death sentence. He was sentenced to death, and he never made it to death sentence because the prison guards withheld his medicine allegedly because he had heart problems. So he had a heart attack in prison.
Oh my god.
And when
So
the prison
it was like
warden gave a
conspiracy,
statement,
they killed him?
yeah, and the prison warden gave a statement and sarcastically said, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Shook! Like he got up on that stage and then roasted him after killing him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yep.
That's wild.
Is that not the craziest story ever?
I don't understand. That is bazonkers. That's straight up Nutter Butters.
There's like tons of documentaries and stuff too, and they're wild. Like, absolutely crazy. Give me the chills. There's one
Of this?
Yes, there's one I would recommend called Bob's Bizarre Bazaar or something.
Bizarre.
Yeah. And if you love true crime, watch it, but also be prepared because it is very, very graphic. They show actual Polaroids from the case, like, that he took of the men, like,
Is this
being
on
tortured.
Netflix?
I don't know.
Where did...
I watched it on YouTube,
Oh.
so you can probably find it.
Whoa.
Shout out, you can watch it on YouTube.
We should watch that.
I would totally be down, but it gives me the creeps. Like, I can't even talk about this case without getting the chills because, like, I'll be honest, like, I'm a little into kink, so, like, that could happen to me where I let someone take, like, advantage of me for a second and they are a killer.
Ah! That's so wild. I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah. But that was like the craziest serial killer I've ever heard of.
To create the perfect sex slave.
That was his goal. Like, and he was documenting it. Like, how long he could keep them alive.
That's insane.
Like, it was, I think, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72.
I can't believe, is that one guy that got away okay?
Yeah, he's in the documentary.
He can
They
still
interview
see,
him.
like, he didn't have burns or...
They literally interview him in the documentary.
Oh my god.
And he describes how he escaped and everything like that.
I need to see that.
It's so fucking crazy.
I can't handle it.
Are you shook?
I'm quaking!
Do you love it, though?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that I survived.
Oh my god. I will binge watch I Survived. I think I watched all of them on YouTube. Literally all
Are
6
they
seasons.
on YouTube?
Yes.
I need to watch more of those. I love that he survived in the end, though.
Plug from that show, there's a book called Orphaned Alone at the Ocean. And it's about Terry Jo Duperalt, who is an I Survived person.
Yeah.
And her family gets killed on a yacht, and like she's out at sea.
The dolphins save her, right?
Yes, and it's so beautiful. Like, oh, so good.
And I feel like a direct ripoff of My Favorite Murder. Like when I'm like, oh, watch I Survived.
Yeah, but I literally am reading the book right now, and it's beautiful. Like, oh man, I just got to the part where like her family's gone, and it's so tragic. Like, she's a little girl. She doesn't understand.
I would cry.
She doesn't know what to do.
I would sob my face off the whole book through.
It's so good.
I wouldn't be able to turn pages because they just be all like...
That's why you get a Kindle.
So you can cry on it.
Yeah.
Kindle. Waterproof.
I love that. But that
You're
was
welcome, Kindle.
That was my surprise entry. And next week, I want you to research a murder or like a serial killer that like you find so fascinating and so crazy.
I'm in.
Tell me.
I'm in. I will.
I mean, I'm not super knowledgeable, but like I've heard a decent amount, so I'm super excited to like hear what you find and like be fucking shook.
Yes, I'm ready to weave a tapestry of words.
Make me shiver.
I will enchant you.
That was great.
Yeah,
I'm so
I had
excited to
fun.
hear yours.
I'm gonna put some serious effort into this.
I'm glad.
And
so
by
excited.
serious effort, I mean like an hour and a half when I'm probably stoned because I finally remembered that I need to take care of it.
Same though. Well, have a good night, you guys.
Have a good day.